Hey there, English 4B credit recovery students. Ms. Barnes here with another video tutorial. This one is geared towards helping you complete the Choices project, the second project in our course. If you've already tackled the Afghan Women project, you are one step closer towards successful completion. You kind of know the ropes. You know that there are 4 parts, and hopefully you have discovered some of the resources available to you. If not, I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and open up the Life and Death folder. And down here is the Choices Project links. Let's go ahead and open that folder up. Again, you might miss a part if you have passed a quiz on the first try. However, you still are responsible for completing all 4 parts. So I have provided handy-dandy links to all 4 of these parts, so let's go ahead and take a look at each of these parts. First, there are 3 poems you're going to read for this particular part. Links are right here, and there is a worksheet. This is very similar to the first worksheet in the Afghan Women project. Remember, save it to your computer when you're finished. You will not submit until you've completed all 4 parts. So the first part is about these 3 poems. All right, part 2, listening. This part, my very slow internet here in good old Maine. It will come. All right, part 2 is listening. You will be listening to several of these poems. I'm not sure why the links are not showing up in the video, but on your computer they should show up. Here, they're starting to come. So you're going to listen to the different interpretations, and when you're done, you're going to complete worksheet number 2. So listen and then just work your way through the worksheet. Part 3 is writing part. This one can be a little tricky, so I'm going to provide you with another handy dandy resource. But basically, you are going to talk about one of the poems that we've looked at so far in this project. So you're going to pick one, and you're going to focus just on that one specific poem. First paragraph, you're just going to talk about why the poem appealed to you. What did you learn about making choices in your life? What's so great about this poem? What is it about? How have you connected to it? All right, so that's your first paragraph. You want to make sure that you got a nice 5 to 7 sentence paragraph. Then paragraph 2 and 3. They tell you to discuss the similarities and differences between the 2 interpretations. And what they're talking about, the interpretations are the poems that you just listened to in part 2. So say, for example, I want to write about The Road Not Taken. I will be writing all about this poem in the first paragraph. And then paragraph 2, I'm going to talk about the recordings that I just listened to for part 2. So I want to listen to them again, and I want to find out, how are they similar? What similarities do they have in common? The tone similar? Are they both women? Are they men? What do they have in common? You want to try to use examples. If you say they're both women, okay, great. Who cares? How does that affect the interpretation, your understanding of the poem? Then in paragraph 3, discuss the differences. How are they different? Maybe one read it really slow, and the other read it really fast. Maybe one was really happy, and the other was so sad. Those obviously are going to have an impact on how you felt about the poem. So whether you're talking about tone, emphasis, who's speaking, how fast they're speaking, these are things you want to consider and that you're going to point out the differences and the similarities. And then it tells you right here to add a concluding sentence at the end of paragraph 3. So first paragraph, what are the poems about? Why did you pick it? Paragraph 2, the similarities. Paragraph 3, the differences. And then finish that last paragraph with a concluding sentence. Wrap it all up. Overall, the message is some kind of comment about this particular poem. All right, when you're done, save it. And then finally, we have one more part, the speaking part. Remember, if you do not have Audacity, if you don't have a microphone, if you don't have recording software on your computer, that's okay. There are other ways to complete the recording, but this one asks that you simply record the poem that you picked for your writing part. So if you wrote about the road not taken, then you're going to actually record yourself reading that poem. Remember to try to give inflection, pacing, tone, all of those things. Remember, in the resources button, a couple handy places. First, there's a folder all about the Choices project. If you open that up, there are even additional tips. There's an outline for the writing part. And then remember, if you do not know how to complete the speaking part, inside the How to Succeed in the Course folder, there are additional tips. So if you don't have a microphone, you don't have recording software, that's okay. There's even an option to pick up a phone. Most of us have access to a phone. Pick up a phone and call my voicemail. I don't ever answer my phone. It always goes straight to voicemail. So you don't have to be afraid that you're going to talk to some crazy lady. All right, it's going to go straight to my voicemail, and I check those every single day. Remember, if you have questions, need help, you can use this communication button or send me an email. My email information is inside the staff information button. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.